You find out if you want to talk about anything.
We recording? We up? We live?
How to.
All right.
We live. Shout out to the real. Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
the
the
fake.
fake.
Shout out to that nosy chick. She better stay in her place. Get
Get
it
in line.
right, punk. Get your punk ass in line. We got Anarchy's World, and I want her to break that name because Anarchy's World was so hard to even look up because anarchy is such a common word that people use. Even when I spelt it right, I had problems finding you. So talk about Anarchy's World because you are Anarchy's World on Instagram, but you have your real name there too. So talk about it.
Yeah, so my real name is Kyriana. And if you kind of mix that around like a little Scrabble game, you get Anarchy. So that's my artist name.
What you mean if you mix that around?
Like
How you
a like an anagram. You ever play Scrabble?
yeah.
Yeah, so if you rearrange the tiles, that's how I got my name.
I'm gonna go back and try to scramble that because I didn't get that at all. This is my co-host Chad the Saga. What's happening, baby?
I'm here. I'm here. Another day, another dollar.
Anar- Anarchy's World. So tell me about yourself, man. Where are you from? Even
Um,
though I know these
I
answers.
grew up mostly in Cali, but I was born in Nevada. I live in Las Vegas right now, so that's where I'm at.
So how is life in Vegas? Are you living a Vegas life?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm going to school at UNLV right now, but a life outside of school is wild.
Yeah, what kind of wow? What are you into? What are you doing?
I mean, I'm out, I'm at the clubs, I'm at the shows. I met E40 recently at Dre's. That was cool. I'm going to Christina Aguilera this weekend. That'll be tight. I'm excited for that.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Because listening to your music, you know, they kind of resemble one another. You got a soulful voice. I
Thank you.
feel like you could do so much with that beautiful voice. And you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful voice. I'm a Christina Aguilera fan back in the day. So, talk about your upbringing, talk about where you get this voice from, where you come up with singing. Where'd you get this stuff from?
I mean, she's definitely one of my idols. I always grew up listening to her CDs, and I mean, I love like Whitney Houston. I love Amy Lee from Evanescence. Like, I have a very versatile background because I love hip hop too. Where I come from, like, there's really only hip hop opportunities. There's no like pop shows. There's no real rock shows that you can get on. There's only really underground hip hop shows that you can actually perform at. So that's really where it started.
And that's crazy, being that it's not. That's why it was such a big deal for me to talk to you. So what do you classify your music as? I know you got the rock sound. You put a category on it?
I call it pop, but it's inspired by so many different genres. You know, it's rock, it's R&B, it's EDM, it's a little hip hop, you know.
And you don't mind doing all of that. Because I see
No,
you rap a little bit, and I want to know is the art, you had some people on some songs on Starlet, was it Starlet
yeah,
and
Starlight.
Starlight. So, I can't read.
That's okay.
So, was you rapping on that or was that just the people that was on there rapping? Who
No,
are those
yeah, that
people?
that last verse was me. I do rap a little bit. I don't know.
Mhm. So,
That one of my labels that I was working with a couple years ago was telling me to just focus on singing though, so I kind of switched over into that.
are you still working with those labels?
Not presently, no. No, I'm not.
I mean, you got your main preference, and you can do a little bit of, Beyonce does a little bit of everything. So she raps.
She does. And
So,
she
I don't think you should, I don't think you should, put yourself in a box at all. Was you upset when they told you that?
No, I thought that the input was definitely valid. I know that there's not really a market for somebody like me to be rapping, and I really respect the hip hop culture and have nothing but love for it and where I come from. Like, I understand it, I really appreciate hip hop and have so much love for it, and I don't want to disrespect it in any way, you know what I mean? But
It ain't disrespectful nowadays. I mean, everybody's rapping. If you got the feel for it, you should do it, and you definitely have the skills. Do you write your own music?
all
You
of
look,
it.
Wow.
you look
That's
like,
what's up.
and how did and when you first started singing, I know you had to mimic people because everybody, when I was rapping back in the day, I got into it like that. But when it comes to writing, you know what I'm saying? How did you get into that? Did you just decide to write, or did it start at poetry, or did it start somewhere else? Because we hear so many stories here.
Yeah, I just started writing songs when I was super young. I just kind of started freestyling and ended up recording it and then going back and writing down what I freestyled.
So how long have you been singing?
Since I could talk, it's been forever.
Hmm. And what about your family? How do they feel about it? They love your talent. They love what you do. You have other singers in the family? How did you get that voice?
Yeah, they all support me. My dad sings, he plays guitar, and not professionally, he just does it for fun. My mom can't carry a tune for shit, but she loves her rock music.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, they're all supportive.
Any plans on doing anything with Pop Dukes?
Hmm?
Any plans on doing anything with Pops?
No, probably not. We
What?
do different styles of music.
Oh, two different things.
Yeah.
But y'all can vibe the music together.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's talk about this hip hop thing real quick. And I'm interested to hear your take. You know what I'm saying? What are you into in the hip hop world right now? And then I want you to tell me what was you into?
What was I into? Well, right
Into
now,
now too, because we got to get the president in too.
what am I into now? Well, I really like Lil Durk. I think that he's so talented and he's coming with a message. I think that that's really important. And then I grew up on Mac Dre. I think that he still represents the Bay and everything that comes with that. So
Only thing I know about Mac Dre is his name. Was he down with No Limit?
no.
No, I got that totally wrong. So tell me about Mac Dre. You know what I'm saying? What drew you to him?
It was just coming up from the Bay, you know what I mean? He's the culture. He's something that everybody in the room could always agree on. Like, nobody wanted to listen to the same thing anywhere you went until you brought up Mac Dre's name, and then everybody would be okay on that. You know what I mean?
So this is big in the Bay. Are you,
Yeah.
you talking about Cali, Oakland?
Yeah, I used to live in San Francisco.
Too Short there?
Yeah, I actually opened up for Too Short.
That's a beautiful thing. Tell me about that experience.
It was amazing. It was my friend, Guilty One, actually got me on that show. We had a song together back in the day, and he brought me out for his set. So that was really cool. I got to meet Short and got a picture with him, and yeah, it was a great night.
Yeah, I chopped it up. So tell me how do you see the music business right now? Being that you're into it and you're thriving, you're doing your thing. And not only that, man, your voice is so beautiful. It's commanding. And like you could do everything. Like you can pretty much do any and everything with that voice. Is really, and now we're big supporters, so we're gonna support everything. We're gonna do what we gotta do. You know, we're gonna, and being that we didn't get behind it before the interview, we're gonna get behind it after it, because I've been so all over the place. So tell me about it.
About the industry, how I feel about the industry.
How you feel about it now that you're into it? You talked about some labels, you know what I'm saying? So you're not with the labels now.
I'm not.
So what's going on?
Well, I'm working with some companies privately, that I can't really talk too much about as of right now, but hopefully this year I'll be able to open up a little bit more. But I feel like the industry is in a really good place, and if some of the things that I'm working on take off, I'll be really happy where I'm at. And I actually was down in LA for Grammy weekend this weekend. I went to a couple of the smaller Grammy events. I didn't actually go to the Grammys, but I went to some of the smaller events. And people are just so open to sharing with you and want to see people thrive and want to elevate you. So it seems like a really good atmosphere, a really good climate for artists to get in the door. So I'm really pleased to see the state of the industry right now, just coming from where I'm coming from.
And the response people have got from your voice and what you've been doing in your own personal music. Because now I'm a fan, I'm bumping your music, and people I know that I played it for, they're a fan of your music. So it's like all you gotta do is hear it, and then they're gonna be a fan. So getting the word out there, because obviously you gotta be independent right now if you're not connected to the label.
Yeah, I mean, I have gotten some really good responses just off of the independent crowd that I have, the audience that I have. Um, but I would like to work with, some of these labels that I've kind of reached out to over the past few months. But it has to be the right thing. You know what I mean? It can't be some of these shit labels that have fucked me over in the past, like bad situations.
What was
But
some of the bad situations? You know what I'm saying? If you care to talk about it.
well, I've had songs
Talk-
stolen from me. I've had bad deals. I've had people just straight up pretend to be me online and um, make money off my music and then not take it down when I like threaten to sue them.
They ain't trying to hear none of that. We put it up as ours. So what do you mean by steal your music? Meaning that you gave it to somebody or you played it for somebody in the industry and they gave it to somebody else.
hmm Yep, crazy. So you gotta
When
copyright your shit.
you gotta copyright it before you do that. So did you learn that lesson?
I did. Yep. That's
When
why
it
this
co-
whole new album is copyrighted.
so when it comes to writing for people, how do you feel about that?
I would love to write for people. That's actually the lane that I really want to get into. I would much rather do that than be in the spotlight. I don't think that I would do well, under a microscope all the time.
Why not?
I just don't like people in my business or in my face all the time. I like to talk to people. I like to communicate. But it has to be on respectful terms. And I just feel like some of these artists who are in the spotlight, like Beyonce and Taylor Swift, they get violated, their boundaries get violated all the time. And I just feel so bad for them. You know what I mean?
If you move up, you couldn't handle, people showing up while you eating, asking you for pics, and just want some affection from the person that they are interested in.
I feel like I'd have a really hard time with that.
What about in your regular life? Do you have are you like an outgoing person, or you introverted? What?
I'm kind of more introverted now at this phase in my life. I feel like I was a lot more outgoing when I was younger, but now that I'm a little bit older, I've come to a place where I just like to be at home, chilling in my studio, working on music. Yeah, just minding my own business.
Or you still love it?
Yeah, I still love it.
Or you love what you do and you love where you're going?
Absolutely.
So when's your birthday?
It's actually next week on Wednesday.
You Aquarius?
Yep.
Shout out to the real. Shout out to the fake. Shout out to that nosy chick. She better stay in her place. I'm an Aquarius too. I just celebrated a birthday. That's why we behind on schedule on not just you, on a whole lot of shit. Cause I was supposed to be upgrading shit. And I'm just now getting to it, starting today. So Chad, ask Anarky what you want to ask her, because you know I'll get carried away. I'll carry the interview.
Well, let's talk about this Phoneixx project. How'd you get the title? As far as the songs on the project, how'd you get the mythologies for that? This broadcasted. Let's talk
And
about
we got
it.
a couple joints we got to talk about because I listed them.
Okay, yeah. So the Phoneixx project is really just about my rebirth. And not just my rebirth, but anyone in the audience who feels like they can relate to that, coming to a place in their life where they feel like they're shedding the skin of their past life, or just waking up to a new day, even every day. Just waking up and starting a new phase of your life, a new chapter, and letting go, rising from the ashes of your past and overcoming the trials and tribulations that led you to the stronger, more resilient version of you that can overcome anything that God puts in your path, to teach you, basically. And it came from years of really intense nightmares and trauma. I have nightmare disorder. I don't need to go too much into like the therapy side of this, but I do have nightmare disorder from trauma, and so I would really struggle with sleeping. And so a lot of these songs came from those sleepless nights. And now that I've come so far from that, and I'm actually finally sleeping, it's kind of the resolution of that, and stepping into a new chapter in my life where I can be happy.
There you go. That's what's up. So basically, it's like a therapeutic album.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic, very cathartic.
Yeah. Nah, I was vibing with it today. I'm definitely a fan. Definitely a fan. Even my wife as well. She was like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh, that's who we're interviewing tonight." She's like, "Oh, okay. I like it. I like it." So
Thank
yeah,
you so
definitely. I'm feeling the project. Props to you.
much for that.
I definitely feel the project, and I'm a fan of all type of music. And when you talk about nightmare disorder, can you break that down? Because I've never heard that.
Yeah, so it's basically exactly what it sounds like, where you just have consistent, uncontrollable nightmares basically every single night of your life.
Every day,
Every day,
every sleep,
every sleep.
even on a good day.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible, but I'm on medication for that now, so I'm good.
How long were you suffering from that?
Like 10 years.
Wow.
Are you still going through that now?
No, I'm on medication for it, so I'm good. I'm sleeping now.
And just for, how long, would it keep you up? Like, would it be real things, or would it be, demonic things, or would it be a mixture of both? Like, what would be going on in those dreams?
It would be a mixture of both. Things that had actually happened in my life, traumas that I would relive, and then it would also be like demonic. shit that nobody should have to see.
Let's shout out to the real. So let's talk about your upbringing. So you was born in San Fran, right?
No, I was born in Nevada, but I moved to Cali like real young.
All right. So talk about your upbringing. What was going on?
I mean, I just moved around a lot. I had a good childhood for the most part, but my parents weren't together. Uh I'm grateful for my mom and my dad did the best that he could. I don't really know. What do you want to know?
No, I'm saying, so you have these episodes. I would like to think that there were some things that bothered you at some point in time. Life has a way of making you a little crazy. Like I'm a little crazy. So
Yeah.
if you had like, what went on in your upbringing? What was some of the trauma that you grew up with? Let the people know that, your story. Like me,
Um,
I've been in prison. I've been in hellfire situations. I've been molested as a child. You know what I'm saying? I've been through all type of stuff. So, you know, life has a way of fucking you over. That's some,
yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry you went through all that.
no, it's all good.
I don't know. It's hard for me to talk about all that. I'm kind of a private person when it comes to the stuff I talk about in therapy, you know what I mean? I would share, but I'm still trying to work through it myself, you know what I mean?
I get that. I get that. I get that. I get that. I'm just trying to understand anything. So when we talk about the Phoneixx Project and the rebirth, so
Yeah.
what was you born again from?
Um, through from some sexual abuse, I'm actually dealing with a sexual harassment case right now. It's very symbolic of that. Um, there were so many years of uh, just just fucking up and not living right, drug abuse, homelessness.
I had drug abuse too.
Yeah.
Homelessness. Talk about that, being that I found that online. So talk about the homelessness. Talk about how did you end up homeless? Like what type of background did you come from? Because most people will see you at face value and say they wouldn't
Not
think,
her.
yeah, not her. So, share some of that, where you came from and how.
Um, well, my dad and I just had a really fucked up relationship. So when uh when I was a teenager, I got emancipated and didn't have anywhere to go basically. So I was just kind of bouncing around, trying to find anywhere that I could stay. I would stay in my car when I had a car. I slept under bridges sometimes, slept on the sidewalk sometimes. Um,
How
yeah,
long was that? How long was that phase, that period in your life?
it was a couple years.
Smash, you there?
I'm right here. What did you ask me?
I thought you froze.
I ain't froze. I'm listening. I mean, I'm trying to give a delicate air here. You
Right.
know, it's homeless. I see that you wrote music in the car. wherever you was homeless at. And, talk about that period. You ain't got to talk about the homelessness of it. Just talk about the feelings of what you was going through.
Yeah, it's been a long time now, That's when I was like a teenager, and I'm about to be 31 on Wednesday, you know what I mean? So it's been a long
Shout
time.
out to Aquarius. My bad. We back. We Aquarius. We fighters, and this is what we do. I want y'all to know that. We unique individuals. My bad.
No, it's all good. But yeah, it just really inspired me to keep going and to channel my pain into art, to alchemize it and hold on to something. You know what I mean? Music gave me something to hold on to.
Is that, things you went through, is that where anarchy comes from?
Yeah, yeah. Anarchy is the freedom and the chaos of all the pain and the struggle.
Do you ever hit, people that don't get you like anarchy?
Oh, you froze. What'd you say?
I'm frozen still. All right, shout out to the real. We back. Like, when you talk about anarchy, I mean, I know you got, friends, family, whatever the case may be. And, they probably call you that or reference that. And, anarchy, when we talk about anarchy, we think about, and I'm not even saying this is the real definition, I'm freestyle, we think about chaos.
Hmm.
We think about a lot of shit going on. We think about out of order.
Yeah.
Do from that experience, you know what I'm saying? How would it affect your life today? From those experiences, my bad.
Well, so to me, anarchy, if you break it down into its root words, it's without government. And to me, that means freedom. And my vision of anarchy is like a utopian society. And that's what I'm trying to create through this music is like an enlightened, evolved society where we're all just able to alchemize and share our pain and our stories, but also create something more beautiful and happy and just, peaceful. I want to create a peaceful world.
That's the beautiful thing is we're Aquariuses and we get stronger through, our story. And I'm not saying stronger in a cliche sense. This is what makes us, this is what we're about. You know what I'm saying? Aquarius is a water sign. That means we're free flowing. And
We're an air sign actually, but we bring the water.
no, I mean, I didn't mean to say water sign. I mean water bearers. That means water is free flowing. Of course, we're air sign. People put us in the water connection. No, I wouldn't say water. My bad. So shout out to everything you're saying. I'm listening to and I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear what you're saying without hearing what you're saying. So on that note, anarchy. What's next? What's next for anarchy?
What's next? Well, I'm actually going to be graduating this year from UNLV with a bachelor's in journalism. And then I'm hoping that one of these projects is going to kick off and we're going to see some new music videos and I'll be able to share some of these secret things with you.
I mean, hopefully when you get there, you get to come back. Is there any difference from the Phoneixx project?
Any difference?
Yeah, that was your project, and now you're coming out with more project. Have you decided to incorporate, more hip hop, more of your sectionist because you got that? I mean, you feel the need to do that? I mean,
I would love to do some more videos from songs off the album and keep pushing that. get that out there more.
I mean, I probably would, if I was, until you, make it where you go, I would make a video for every song on the
Every
album.
song.
So that's my opinion. Because it speaks to a lot of different people, and it's a lot of different things, and a lot of things people don't want to talk about. So let's talk about some things in the rock and pop culture. Who are some of the people that that you liked?
Well, Evanescence is definitely up there for me. Amy Lee is one of my biggest idols in the rock culture. Metallica has been a huge influence for me as well. I love Linkin Park. Um,
Definitely, Evanescence, definitely.
yeah, I mean, the list is so long, but I don't know how far you want me to go.
Well, I would want to know your favorites.
Those are definitely some of my favorites.
Right, so that's three. We got two more.
Two more. I would say Aerosmith is up there. And then um for rock, or do you want me to throw in pop too?
You, we can do both. You can do rock, you can do pop. Because I want to hear the women's side of this thing because we gotta spread the word. So we want to hear what you think about some of the women too. So
Okay, well, Christina Aguilera is definitely top five.
top five. You got Britney Spears in it.
I love Britney. She's not tied with Christina, but she's up there. I love her.
You think that what separates them from Christina? They was compared for so long. I mean, they're nothing alike, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But
I think there was just something about the emotion in Christina's voice that always resonated with me. There was like a pain that she conveyed that wasn't quite there with Brittany. I don't know, but Brittany's story is so
definitely,
horrible. It's like terrifying. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to laugh, but people don't recognize pain. And what I'm trying to say is, did you see, some of the things that been going on with Britney? Did you
Yeah.
yeah, Justin Timberlake fiasco? And you have any opinions on that?
Oh, I just feel so bad for everything that's going on. And Justin really put his foot in his mouth with that because
What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
he like he was trying to say that he wasn't gonna apologize to her when he needed to apologize. Because
Well, what was he apologizing for? Let's argue.
you don't think that he owed her an apology for Cry Me a River?
Nah, that shit was fire. You liked that song too. Yeah,
I love that song, but I didn't know
that's his
what it
best
was
song.
about.
Yeah, for me, that's his best shit. And to be honest, Britney Spears, when it comes to relationships, I mean, she doesn't really have a good track record, man. She's a little toxic. She just got a divorce. She was talking about being in bed with friends the next day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but she had just had an abortion and was on the bathroom floor crying. Like, that's terrible.
So are you blaming Justin Timberlake? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it could be a lot for somebody that haven't been through anything. Like you could be with somebody like that been through more stuff and they can handle the same stuff differently. And then you could be with somebody that hasn't been through anything, and then you take them through that. And it's different because they're not gonna respond the same because their life, wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really tapped into the whole story, but I be looking at Britney Spears now and I'm always a fan because I was a fan of her back then. But Britney seems a little toxic, man.
I think she's been through a lot, though. I mean, what her family did to her was fucked up.
Yeah,
I feel that she's been through a lot and hasn't really addressed a lot of that stuff, come face to face with, overcoming, because sometimes in life you gotta face the problem head on, to get above and beyond it. And if you don't, you get to stay quote unquote toxic. I feel that that's what's going on with Britney right now. On top of the relationships that could be part of the fact that
Britney's
she's
a
been
freak.
through so much.
Britney's a freak. She's a freak.
Yeah, I guess.
But it's the industry that made her like that. I mean, she was a child and they put her through so much. They made her like that. And then her family took away all of her rights so that they could take advantage of her money. And they probably drugged her the fuck up so that she couldn't even think for herself anymore. And now we're seeing the results of that in her videos and her posts, and it's really sad to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's really sad to see. I mean, I'm not gonna deny that. And her family is definitely fucked up. It's definitely fucked up.
Do you feel that she's catching up for lost time?
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like, what I'm saying, she be acting out because she couldn't do shit before. I feel like
Right.
that.
I do. But I also think that she's trying to heal. She's in a phase where she's like releasing some of these toxins from the past.
I can see that.
Toxic, but she's like cleansing, just purging.
Let me fast forward real quick. What do you think about Taylor Swift? We got to get this on record.
I love Taylor Swift.
She's the best ever? She's better than you?
She's better than me, but I wouldn't say
Better than you?
I think Beyonce is the best ever.
Shout out to the real. Man, this is going to work. This is going to happen. You said that right at the right time. I'm not even I'm not even on no Beyonce show. I love Beyonce. I actually like Taylor Swift too. I don't know none of her music. I might have heard it in the club somewhere, but I don't know none of her music. We just talk about, is she getting too much press?
I think that there might be a reason why she's getting so much press, but I don't know if anyone wants to hear my conspiracy theories.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, we got to hear it. We got to hear it here.
I don't know. It might be some psyop shit.
Yeah, you don't want to tell us yours. You got to tell us that.
I don't know. It might be some government mass distraction operation.
See that?
So who else? You like Pink?
Oh yeah, Pink's amazing.
I'm a big Pink fan. She became a hater though, but I love Pink. And
what I mean, hater? How?
Because she just like really like on, top of anybody doing anything different. She's like really outspoken about it. And I'm like, you came up the same way. I'm like, why are you so negative about certain different ways that, to get your message across? But I'm a big Pink fan. I love Pink. I was just listening to her shit and I love her. And quite frankly, I want to hit that. Huh?
She's just very opinionated.
She's always been that way.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are so great. I love you guys. You guys are really great. So let's get back to it, man. What about Katy Perry? We ain't heard from Katy Perry. I want to know.
I don't want to be a hater, but I'm not the biggest fan.
Really?
No.
You got a few joints you like. You be in the club singing and shit.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple songs. Like Dark Horse is pretty good, but
Dark Horse is good.
I don't like how she treats the contestants on American Idol.
She's on American Idol? I didn't even know that. See that? Two different worlds. What about she just fucked me up with the whole Katy Perry thing. Shout out to the real. Shout out to the fake. Let's get back to your life, man. So what is most personal to you?
What's most personal to me? Oh, I don't know.
You're a married woman, right?
I am married.
You didn't want to tell me about it. See how you do?
I mean,
What are you guys doing?
we're actually a partnership in our music. He's my producer.
I know all of this. I want you to tell me about
Yeah, so he does the beats. He's phenomenal as a producer. He writes
it.
as
You
well.
producing before this?
Yeah, that's what brought us together. We started working together first and then just fell in love.
And, you know, you guys own the studio and everything.
We do.
What's going on down there? You ain't gonna tell me nothing?
Yeah, well, we have a bunch of equipment. Our space isn't as big as it used to be. We used to have a couple of artists that were signed to us actually, and we would take a bunch of clients. But since we moved, we just don't have the space. So it's kind of just our personal recording studio now, but we get some people in here sometimes.
Is it, you know, being as, you know, personal, is it, you know, like an intimate time? Is it special?
Um,
Hey,
I,
songs together, like, you know, what do you guys do? How do y'all come up with shit?
yeah, I mean, it's something that we do together in our personal time. Make love in the studio, you know.
Make love to Stu. What kind of guy is he? You know, what kind of guy? He's a rocker, or is he laid back? Or, you know, he's up and going. You know, that type of thing.
Yeah, he's super laid back. He does all kinds of music. He's very versatile. Um, he's kind of hip hop, kind of rock.
Well, that
Uh,
sounds like you.
yeah,
So, if you had to, you know, put a category on things, like who would be the outgoing one?
me.
Hmm,
Yeah.
hmm. So, being outgoing, you know, what's the most outrageous thing you ran into?
The most outrageous thing I've ran into in what context?
Don't even matter. We just need to hear something highly dysfunctional.
Um, damn, I don't even know. Somebody was walking naked through the casino the other day. That was pretty outrageous.
It was a dude.
No, it was an old lady.
Damn, saggy titties.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, we gotta hear something you personally went through. How long you been married, by the way?
Since 2020.
So life is great then.
Hmm.
You have a connection through music. And
Yeah.
other things. You have children?
He has 3 kids, but I don't have any of my own.
You want some?
Eventually, someday.
If it doesn't happen, then what?
Well, I already have these 3 that are like mine, you know, like
Oh, you're a
kind of.
great woman. You're a great woman. You're about you in this together. That's a beautiful thing. It ain't about you. Chad, ask some questions. Cause actually you know what I'm saying, we ain't even go last hour today.
You
So that's why I'm rushing this. That's what
I
I'm
would
saying.
give a question. A artist or a group. If you had the opportunity to work with an artist or a group, who would that person or persons be?
Um, so this is probably going to be controversial, but
Uh-oh.
I would work with Machine Gun Kelly.
She
Out of
ain't coming.
everybody, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, you choose.
Eminem.
I knew it was going to be controversial. I know a lot of people feel a type of way about it, but I've actually been a fan of him for a really long time, and I've been trying to work with him for a really long time. I don't really care how people feel about it. Like, I would love to work with him. I think he's a great artist.
Okay.
Mm.
Interesting. Interesting.
I can see your gears going. You're like, what the
No,
fuck?
no, I like Machine Gun Kelly, man. Anybody that does rap and rock, you know, split the, you know, I love all of that shit. So it's all good. I like Machine Gun Kelly and DMX songs, so it's all good. I listen to that
Right.
shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big DMX fan. So in hip hop, who's your top 5? I gotta get this on record.
In hip hop, I gotta go with Mac Dre forever.
Like Dre, 1.
Tech Nine.
Tech
2.
Nine, 2. I love Tech Nine. I love Tech Nine.
Yeah. Ritz is definitely up there.
Who?
Ritz. Yeah, definitely check out Ritz. He's lit.
Ricks? Oh,
Ritz.
RITZ?
RITTZ.
all right. We gotta check him out. I don't know.
That's 3.
Yeah. I guess I'll put Lil Durk on there for like new school because he's
Whoa.
for, and then I'll go with MGK because he's been on my list for a while.
Shout out to the real. What's the favorite body part on your body?
My favorite body part,
Yeah, what do you like about yourself?
I think my teeth.
Those real?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Those are nice.
Thank you.
You know, being that you got a husband, what's your favorite sexual position?
CEO. No.
We ain't get graphic. I'm trying to be
You said
respectful.
sexual position. It would only work if you said position.
All right, position.
No, I like doggy style.
Shout out to the real. Shout out to the real. Doggy style is very important. So, what's your favorite song that you like to cover? Being that you covered a lot of artists and you did your thing on, all of them.
My favorite song to cover is actually Killing Me Softly.
Lauren Hill?
Hmm.
Can I get a little bit?
I don't know if it's gonna sound good over the computer mic.
If it don't sound good, it won't come out. You live, it don't matter. You gonna sound good, whatever. That voice sounds good anyway.
Strumming my pain with this finger.
One time.
Yes, he was singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Shout out to the real. You
Shout
sound
out.
Man, you selling the hell out this thing. We got a bunch of clips. In the end, plug yourself in. I need you to say one more thing. Shout out to the real, highly dysfunctional.
Shout out to the real, highly dysfunctional.
Plug where you at. Talk about everything. Talk about your projects. Tell me about it.
Anarchy One, the Phoneixx Project. Check me out on Anarchy's World.
Anarchy, when you get new shit, you do anything, please include me. Let's drive this thing together. You're a beautiful person.
Definitely.
You have a beautiful voice. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you again when we do our thing and you do your thing. Is that okay? Did we do a decent enough job to get a second interview?
Absolutely. I would love to do it.
Only because we short our time. Chad, say what you got to say.
Anarchy, it's been real. You got a fan, couple fans today, game. Definitely gonna keep following you. Stay in touch. Let's ride this rock.
Hey, I appreciate you guys so much.
Anarchy's World. Shout out to the real. Shout out
to the fake.
Shout out to that nosy chick. She better stay
in her place.
Get it live. Anarchy's
Punk.
World. You're beautiful. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Get it live, punk. Let's go.